Let's bring in our two distinguished guests for more on the Biden economy. Steve Forbes, Forbes Media Chairman, Editor-in-Chief, and author of Inflation, What It Is, Why It's Bad, How to Fix It, and Art Laffer, former Reagan economist, Presidential Medal of Recipient, Freedom recipient, and author of Taxes Have Consequences. You know, Arthur, talking to Steve here on the set, because you deserted us and stayed away, the reality is, under Trump, the average working class, I'm going to say the average working stiff, you know, whether white, brown, black, women, female, whatever, the average working stiff had a real pay increase under Trump. Under Biden, the average working stiff got a real pay cut. So, not surprisingly, the voters favor the pay increase. Now, that may be a little too simplified, but I don't know. The polls are showing that. What do you think?
I think that's exactly correct. I think wages were up, median wages were up something like $6,000 under Trump, and they dropped sharply under Biden right away. They've been rising a little bit lately, but that's just a killer for the economy. And number two, I mean, prices are up. What did Edward Lawrence say, 18% since Biden took office? Prices were not up anything like that under Trump. And, you know, Trump did a much, much better job. And what you're seeing right now, Larry, is still the remnants of the Trump Tax Cuts and Jobs Act still providing a lot of strength to the economy. And I don't think this economy has anything to do with Bidenomics at all. I don't think it's improving very much, but what improvement we do see is literally Trump policies.
You know, Steve Forbes, I want to pick up on that, Arthur's point, because I've been mulling this over, too. Yes, government spending. Yes, transfer payments. Those are artificially boosting the GDP calculation.
And health care, which is government.
Yes, throw it all in. On the other hand, one of the biggest factors we haven't talked about enough is profits. Profits are the mother's milk of stocks and the lifeblood of the economy. Joe Biden hates profits. He wants to tax them. Trump cut corporate taxes for large and small businesses. And to some extent now, post-pandemic, the profit story is helping to stabilize the economy. I mean, I think it's the only legitimate private sector thing out there. And of course, not a day goes by, and you'll hear it again, I guarantee you at the State of the Union, Joe Biden will tax rich people and tax greedy corporations who don't pay their fair share, and we're going to send the IRS. I mean, how ironic is that?
Well, it's typical scapegoating, and the cutting the tax rate, as you did from 35% to 21%, was, as Trump would say, huge. And you look at profits today, one of the good things about all this talk about recession year after year is companies have gotten their act together.
Yes.
They are prepared.
Yes.
Usually recessions come when you don't expect it, and you scramble to try to keep your head above water. People have plenty of time to prepare for it. Now, the key thing is business investment's not as strong as it should be because the future is still uncertain. One of the things I hope the campaign, the Republicans on all levels will do coming this November is put out a Reagan-esque, Trump-esque kind of tax cut to show people, you elect us, we're going to do things to make your life better. You don't have to get crumbs from Joe Biden. You're going to get a feast when this economy really recovers.
You know, Arthur, if Biden would listen to you and Steve Forbes and cut tax rates, we're going to put this chart up on the board. Every time tax rates are reduced, the rich pay more. Their share is almost 50% now. I mean, Biden wants the rich to pay their fair share. Look at that. Lower tax rates, higher tax revenues. Somebody once said that's called the Laffer curve. You should have won a Nobel Prize for it, but whatever. Biden could have his cake and eat it too. I don't think he will, but what do you make of that?
Well, let me just say I love being on with the two of you. You're two of my heroes. I love you both dearly. You've done a great job, and I just love it. What I say on that is it's clear, it's obvious. Rich people like to keep their income, so when tax rates go down, they can report more of their income. Their share of the tax burden increases. That's exactly what happens every single time from 1913 to the present, Larry. It's just a truth that has happened. We have all the tax returns. Whenever you cut tax rates on the rich, they pay more in taxes, not less. Whenever you raise them, they pay less in taxes, and the economy underperforms. It's very sad that no one else is looking at this from MIT or Harvard or Berkeley. All the people who look at these data deny the actual events, actual facts that just stare us right in the face.
You know who understands this? And last word, Steve Forbes, politically, working folks, ordinary, typical, average families. They do not hate business the way Biden does. They do not hate profits because they know they're getting their share in wages. And the wages, they got a raise under Trump and they got a pay cut under Biden. And in many ways, it's that simple. I'll give you the last word.
The Americans are not an envious people. They don't care if Bill Gates or others get rich. They want to know, are my prospects getting better? Can I get ahead? Can my family get ahead? If I want to start a business, can I start a business, not get killed by regulations? They want a bright future for themselves and for the country. And Biden's going after this destructive class warfare. We're going to get these people. That's not the American way. He should start to listen to Reagan's speeches at night. Doesn't have to read them, just do audio.
We'll end on that word. I'm telling you, people are just not into them the way they used to be. Thank you, Steve Forbes and Art Laffer.